Good evening, everyone. I'm so sorry I didn't realize what the time was. I was actually making that animation for all of you to see how light bends by a prism and we get minimum deviation. I couldn't keep track of time, and then suddenly when I realized it was already 6 minutes late. Okay, so uh, let's start, right? The first thing that I'm going to show you is that animation, and then we'll go on to solve some questions related to prism. Okay. um, you can see the screen, right? Okay, you can see the prism here. All right. Okay, fine. So here you see, I have set this prism over here, right? I don't know the angles and all that. Okay, I just made it random. Here is a red light. Okay, that is falling over here. You can see the angle of incidence is quite less. Okay, it's not exactly zero, but it's close. So what is happening is that light is entering from this face and then bending over here, bending over there, and going out. Okay, so that okay. Now what we are going to do is we are going to turn the prism. So when we turn the prism, we get different angle of incidence. So for example, right now you see this angle of incidence I is very small, right? And if I would just draw a normal over here, then this is the angle of emergence, right? Light is coming in like this and then going out. Okay, so at the moment we are not getting minimum deviation, right? So we'll see what happens as I turn the prism. So if I will turn the prism, this face, suppose let's call it AB. So this face AB will turn, and that's why I will change, right? I hope you understand that as I turn the prism, the value of I will change. If value of I will change, everything is going to change, right? And we are also going to see the deviation change on this side. Right now, you could actually say that the deviation is as follows, right? This is the dotted line where, oh sorry, excuse me. Oh no, what's going on over here? Yeah, here. Fine. So I was telling you that right now we are having some deviation. Roughly speaking, this red light was going in this direction where you are seeing the yellow, right? Okay, somewhere over here, right? Okay, but it bends and it goes in this direction. So that's how you have delta, the deviation. Now, if I'll rotate this prism, so I will change, and because of that, you're going to see how the angle of deviation changes, right? So let's see. Okay, so you watch where it goes here. Okay, I want all of you to focus on over here, right? This ray was actually meant to be going here somewhere, but it's going over here. So now you see what happens as this turns. Okay, right, just a minute. So if I will turn it, gradually the angle of incidence is increasing, but you see the deviation is decreasing, right? And at some point of, at some angle, this red red ray, the emergent ray, just stops going up and then it starts coming down. Do you see that? You see it's coming down once again, right? That means the deviation has increased. So again, just to go through the whole thing, this is where we started, right? This is where we started. So right now you have some deviation, okay? And then as we turn it, the deviation will decrease. So this is the deviation, right? This is the deviation. So now if I would, like I did show it earlier, let me just show it one more time. If I would turn the prism gradually, right? You see, we started off like this. If I would turn it gradually like this, you see the ray is going up, so deviation decreases, and then once again it starts to increase. So at some point here we have the minimum deviation, right? What is being shown right now is actually the minimum deviation, because whether you turn it here or there, the deviation only increases. Means deviation can't be zero. No blue light is coming out of the prism. There's no blue light coming out of the prism right now. So obviously the deviation can't be zero, right? It's not possible to have the deviation zero. બહુ specific case છે એવું possible જ ન થાય. Math wouldn't allow that. Anyways, so this is what you actually see when you do this experiment. તમે આમ ટર્ન કરતા જાઓ એટલે લાઇટ એક સાઈડ જાય ને પછી છે ને આમ પાછી આવી જાય, just like what you are seeing here. If I just do it